Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have Alora's Tacoma in here, and today we were going to explain the difference between circular cams, octagonal cams, and then regular cam tabs, and then a cam tab gusset. All these pertain to alignments and getting the right alignment and maintaining that alignment. So on a stock vehicle, I'm going to pull you under here. So this is an octagonal cam. And you can see here that there are different points of adjustment. The reason people like these octagonal cams is if you can dial in your alignment with one of these. It's very, very time consuming, but you can do it. What it'll do is prevent movement. A circular cam has the ability to kind of rotate out of position, therefore ruining your alignment. An octagonal cam has almost no likelihood of adjustment because of the flat surface. So the reason people will toss these on a Tacoma is if they off-road it really often. These typically you can't dial in a really, really nice alignment. You can get 90% there, but it's still gonna kind of do some funny stuff on road because these excel primarily off-road, making sure that your alignment stays intact. And so they do all four of these. Typically though, when you do an octagonal cam, you will also pair that with a cam tab gusset, which I will show here in a minute. But what we're gonna do is we are gonna keep the stock cams for Alora. We're gonna pull out the octagonal cams because she's not Baja on this thing or racing it. This is her daily driver that she takes weekend warrioring sometimes, camping, and dialing in an alignment for the daily and longevity of the tires is way more important than keeping an alignment when you're dooning through the desert. So pull these out, all four of these, and replace them not with an OEM one, but with an SPC kit. This is a kit from SPC. We have them in stock, ready to rock and roll. This is part number 25440 from SPC. It's gonna come with the 2 large washers for the large bolt and the 2 small washers for the small bolt, and then a cam sleeve and a washer. So your front bolt's gonna be larger than your rear bolt, and I think the sleeve goes on the big boy. Yep.
What?
What's the sleeve for?
Rotation, lubrication, helping it be removed. A lot of the times if you run too many miles on a set of cams without an alignment, they will seize up, and the only way to remove them is to cut them out. So
Which means cutting.
that means you cut right here. You run a Sawzall blade right here and you cut them out, and then you need a new LCA. And at that point you're anywhere between $300 and $600 a pop for an LCA. Then new cam bolts, and this kit was what, 120 per side, so you're $1,000 if you leave an alignment in there too long and they don't put any anti-seize or anything in there to kind of like keep the lubrication in there. Yeah, it's a common thing, especially if you've had cams in there for 5 years and you're in an area where there's lots of salt and dirt and grime. Yeah, those will seize up on you. So anyway, here are these cams. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do one side and then the other. We're gonna pop one out, slide one in, and just do one at a time all the way around, and then we'll be able to fine tune her alignment. You can also see here, their tie rods are sucked all the way in. It's because normally these cams aren't pushed all the way in on both sides. But yeah, that cam is, I mean that tie rod is completely reeled in. Yay. Nope, not seized no more.
That might fuck that up. What are we doing?
We're cutting it out.
What were you
More than it's
gonna?
already fucked up. Well, you might fuck the gears up this kind of stuff. Carrier up.
I forgot your Sawzalls over there. Okay, hold. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so we took out our bolt. What sucks about this kit is that bolt head was so large that it would not pass the CV boot. That went in just fine.
Dude, she's looped up a little bit.
There's your cam. Well, why in the hell did the other one not do that? Huh, that's really weird. Okay, the other thing that you want to watch out for is when you do these alignments or throw in these cams, you want to make sure that the tab is inside of the cam. So if you need to rotate it a little bit, you might have to. And then you want the tabs to go up. You don't want them to go down. slide that through. Perfect. Okay, great. Okay, so on the SBC kit, the washer goes on the larger cam, and you always want to put the bolts going out, nuts on the outside. So now we're going to be able to give Alora a really good alignment. So what I did is Alora's cams, one of her tabs were already starting to like bend out, so I bent it back. And if you don't want to do gussets, the other option that you can do is you want to grind this portion out, and you can put a weld right here that will at least keep it structured. It's not a long-term fix, but it's like the middle ground while keeping your stock cams before jumping to like a cam tab gusset from Total Chaos or FTF products. So anyway, this one's good. We're going to tighten it down and move to the back one. We're just gonna get tightened it up a little bit. And you like see it squeeze it. Okay. And back here, I wanna say this is probably a 19. Oh, yep, I definitely went deaf in my left ear with that.
Huh?
Huh?
What?
Look at her, she's so loud. For what reason?
It's all right.
Damn. Now we're putting the smaller bolt into the back. Tell you what, it makes it challenging when you freaking can't see all the way. I'm blinded. Blinded like a light. Woo! Wrapped up.
Get this guy on America's Got Talent, for real.
No, America ain't got no talent right now.
Also dead.
Hell yeah, my left ear, you can't hear shit. Okay, we got all 4 cams in, all in proper orientation, all with the cam in the upward rotation, because the rotation that I can make upward is the same fine tuning, it has the same ability as it does if it were to go downward. So we want them up and out of the way. So if you're hitting rocks and whatnot, you're not bending this cam. So we got all 4 of them in there. The last thing on this before we do the alignment is I want to show you what cam tab gussets are. Give me one sec.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that we've gone over the octagonal, or the circular, octagonal, and then FTF Productions products also makes a 16 point, which is almost a circle, but it's not. Still has 16 sides. Then we're gonna go to the cam tab itself. This is the stock one. You can see the walls are not very thick, and it's a single piece that's bent and then tack welded onto the frame. This is the upgrade. And to install these, you do have to remove these ones. Pull the cam tabs, remove the LCA. You have to remove the stock cam tab, and then this gets welded on. And what happens is you weld the back side of these and then install this in its place, and you can see that these are significantly thicker than those. So instead of having that little tab there, you're gonna upgrade to something like that on each side, which is significantly stronger. So if you find yourself wanting an alignment that stays better and is more accurate, this is what you want to go to. That way you get the best of both worlds. You get the strength and the adjustability. So in our world, the perfect combo is this with one of these, because that way you can still just pay for a regular alignment, versus if you go with an octagon or a 16-point cam, sometimes you have to remove the whole bolt to be able to twist it, and it just takes significantly more time. So regular time for an alignment, but you get the additional strength. This machine is so sensitive to where, when you can move this tire and kind of adjust a few things. So we had it super dialed in, but what's interesting is when you start to remove these tie rods, depending on the position of this, whether it's the tie rod, whether it's pushed to the back or the front, it also determines where your alignment's at. So Tony does a great job making sure that it's squared up when everything's tightened up. because if one is shifted back and one is shifted forward, and then as it kind of adjusts as you're driving, they're going to move in opposite directions. Where if you start them both at a median location and make sure that that's where they everything is tightened down, that way whatever direction they move while you're turning, they're going to move together. So we got this alignment dialed in. Its steer ahead is 0.01 of a degree. All that's left to do now is we're going to toss on a Laura skid plate, lock it in forward drive, and go jump it. No, I'm just joking. No, but we are going to toss on the skid plate, and we're going to take the truck around the block and see how she drives.
I can text and drive again. See that?
Oh my. I'm gonna have to take that out. That's crazy.
No, but seriously, look. Look at the road. Hold on. Maybe I should drive straight first. I ain't the steering wheel doing all the work for me. I just sit here with my hands up.
Tesla who?
No, literally.
Hey, I'm impressed. That is straight
No,
as
seriously.
an arrow.
Like,
Okay, so is it better before?
way better than before. Holy moly. I was a little embarrassed to let people drive my truck beforehand because she was
Is
a
it
little
pulling at all
wonky.
anywhere?
No pull. Not a single. Nothing.
Oh, that is
Straight
actually tracked very well.
as a freaking, I don't even know, arrow. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and if you want a really good off-road alignment, well, you know where you need to go. Apex Off-Road.
Okay guys, hopefully you guys learned something beneficial for your truck from today's YouTube video, whether it's learning about cam tab gussets, different types of cams, or just where your alignment should be. If you guys have any questions, you can always email us here at Apex or give us a call. Other than that, guys, like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next video.